Next.
Aku tak tahu, sir.
Aku tak tahu. Si pergi training hari tu. Ashley bilang aku.
Serious?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
What's the minimum?
Kau tahu?
No, dah belajar. Okay, today we're doing a new series where we're going to answer all the questions that you have been sending us. Recently, we're getting a lot of questions on how to be agents as well. So we'll be addressing a lot of property-related questions. We haven't had a name for the series yet. Okay, so far we can only think of ask a hero questions, but it's a bit meh. We want to name this series something. Please help us out. Okay, let's go.
So first question, household income 5.5k to 6k. 4-room BTO MOP in April 22.
Okay.
Can I upgrade to condo? So short answer is yes, you probably can upgrade as long as you are able to afford the 5% cash deposit. That means if it's a $1 million property, it's $50,000 cash. And 20% CPI deposit or $200,000, yes, you can do it. But actually, not so easy to find 1 mil condos nowadays.
Can he or she buy a condo if I don't have any cash deposit?
The 5% cash is a must. But if you currently own a HDB flat and after selling, you have profits.
Cash profits.
Yeah, cash profits. You can use that as the down payment. Combined income, 7.2k. Move to condo or resale condo. I have 5-room resale now on my 3rd year.
It's time to start planning for your next move early on, even if you've not met your 5 years MOP. My best advice would be to save up for the 5% cash deposit needed. Even if you know that you're going to have profits from your current HDB flat, to have that 5% cash outside, it's going to make a lot of difference in terms of what your options will be down the road. You might also never have any cash profits from the sales of your current flat. Why leave it to chance? So take action. Save up for your cash deposit if you know that you need some time to plan for that. Do we need to wait until our HDB hits MOP? Then we can register or book for a new launch EC.
One of the requirements is you have to hit your MOP first.
Unless you bought a resale flat without any grants. If you bought a resale flat without any grants, that means you are a first timer still. That means you can apply for your EC even if you've not met your MOP. How many of you have done it before? Got grant, sure take. But we have met clients who've never taken grants before for various reasons. What is the minimum income to be able to afford a 3-bedroom condo?
Okay, generally, combined income up to 8k and above. So that's comfortable. But I have clients earning 6k buying a 3-bedroom condo because they got strong CPF backup.
We notice lower income but older can, because they've worked longer, they've collected more CPF. So a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
So would it be possible to buy an EC or a condo when I now have a resale unit? So it's like if you want to buy a second property while keeping your HDB. Yes, you can. Okay, in Singapore, they don't stop you from buying your 3rd, 4th, 5th. It's all about paying your taxes. So if it is your second property, you're going to pay a humongous amount of tax, 12%.
So for example, if you're buying a 1 million property, you have to fork out 120 in cash to pay taxes first.
And of course, second consideration is the loan. If you still have an outstanding loan in your current property, your next loan will be much reduced. So you have to have a big lump sum, have rich parents to pay for you.
Deposit.
Okay, did we forget something?
No.
Okay, we should thank everyone. We should thank everyone who made these awards possible. Number one is our clients basically those who put their trust in us, and of course our co-broke agents
Correct.
And our staff, don't forget.
And our families as well for understanding how busy we can get.
Yeah. So thank you guys.
Do condos have minimum occupation period? Brand new EC, yes, you have 5 years MOP, but if buying a resale EC, don't have.
But of course, condo, there's none. But there is this thing called the seller stamp duty. So the first 1 year, if you're staying there, you're going to be taxed quite high if you sell. Second year, it'll be much lower. Then the third year, it'll be much lower. By the time 4th year, there's no tax at all. So there's no minimum occupation period. It's just taxes.
Now, maintenance fees are very expensive. Is it true?
So when you have a HDB, you pay this thing called the town council.
If you're living in an executive flat, $102.
So $102. Then you pay your parking $110. So it's around $212.
Yep.
And what do you pay for? There's no swimming pool. There's no landscaping.
So to put things in perspective, I'm paying around $320 for my own place. That means I get to use my swimming pool, my tennis court that I never use, my barbecue pit that I never use, my gym that I never go to. Sometimes it's less than $100 per month. On top of what you're paying for your town council and your parking. Correct. So if you ask me,
better maintenance fees than town council fees.
Yeah, not expensive.
Not expensive.
Perspective, Okay. Are resale condos worth the purchase? What are the pros and cons? Wow. Okay, pros would be, first, you get to move in immediately, like a resale flat. Second, the resale condos are also larger in floor size. Okay, you get to see the physical unit before you buy the house. You get to view the house, you get to see who the neighbors are. And generally, resale condos are cheaper than brand new condos. Opposite of BTOs. BTOs are cheaper than resale flats. For condos, it's opposite. You can rent out a resale condo immediately. There's no MOP. A lot of resale condos are fully renovated. Many of our clients don't spend a single cent for renovations at all for their condo purchase.
So cons, it's obviously an older property. You got dated facilities. Sometimes, you know, the fountains are not working.
Sounds look like a 1995 chalet.
Many resale properties are also stagnating in prices. There's no first mover advantage. Capital appreciation is very slow or almost non-existent.
What's cheap today can be even cheaper tomorrow because as it gets older, alright, the lease decays, the price also decays together with time.
Okay, then finally, you also have neighbors who bought during launch, which, you know, if they want to make a maybe $500,000 profit, they can sell much lower than you. You have to sell much higher. So you are at their mercy. Should we pay finish HDB loan if have sufficient CPF OA before going towards a condo?
Okay, so if you plan to fully pay off your HDB, if you see that you have enough in your OA to wipe out your entire loan, my advice is no, don't. Purely because when you have your CPF OA in your OA, you'll be collecting interest from CPF. The moment you put the money into your HDB, yes, you have a fully paid property, but you are no longer collecting interest from OA. You are also paying accrued interest to the house. So that's double loss. For some of you who have over 100,000+, 200,000+ CPF balance, you can be collecting like 2-3K every single year. That's a lot. What are the most important factors to consider when choosing a condo?
Most important of all is being able to afford the monthly installment. Okay, so property market, there's ups and downs. So as long as you are able to weather the storms, you know, you don't have to sell when the market is down, that's fine. Of course, if you're buying for own stay, you must also love the property, aesthetically especially. If you balance these two, finance and aesthetic, I'm sure you'll get a home that's a Swiss Army knife, and you can do many things with the right property.
Yep.
So thank you for all the questions. We had fun answering your questions, but if you have more questions, you can always reach out to us on our WhatsApp, Instagram, YouTube, email, whatever lah.
And don't forget, we haven't had a name for this series yet, so please give us some prompts. We really need some ideas. See you in the comments. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, Pak Vera, don't forget.
Ni ending kan?
Ending lah.
Okay.
Right. Must remind people, you know, we are the champion HDB transactors in PropNext last year, and this year we're also in the running to be your champion HDB transactors also. What it means is we are helping a lot of HDB upgraders, such as yourself, to upgrade. Right? This is not to show off. Okay, but it's really to show lah that you know, we are in the game. We are helping a lot of people do their upgrades also.
Okay.